because every year they have this incredible thing on Saturday where they do all this stuff for free. It is so freaking cool. I love it. I'm Jim Surreal from Coverage Inc. Hope you guys are all doing good today. We're going to have a really fun and lively little panel here. We have 4 incredible agents and managers, and one other fellow who's running a little late will be here joining us momentarily. Let's talk about the state of the spec market this year. How's it looking out there? Good, bad, or indifferent? Anybody want to?
Was very poor for since strike, and then in about I guess in the past year and a half, 2 years, things have improved, and people seem, the studios, people, third-party studios, buyers seem to be more interested in at least making some faint efforts at not doing Transformers 4. So you know, people get bored. That's the real truth. And buyers get bored, markets get bored, and they're prepared to spend money a little bit on specs. There are very few specs that will sell that will make anybody, especially the first-time spec seller, extraordinarily wealthy. But you might have an opportunity to get your movie or TV show sold. So it's not bad.
And you guys have any additional perspective on that?
Just the one thing that has emerged is the non-studio financing, which is one of the reasons these past couple of years that a few more will get sold, because more people, like you said, are willing to take a shot, do some different things, and the more of those that pop up, the better for us, the better for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would actually totally agree with that point. I think that there's been, in the years past, you're always trying to sell your specs to the same 6-5 studios, depending on how you count them, right? But Fox, Sony, Disney, those places can't buy everything. And there's been a real proliferation of other buyers, of other financiers with money, of other people that want to, cobble together a fund and are willing to take a risk and buy a spec from a writer. So now you see, specs sell maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, in some weeks even more. But yeah, there's a lot more variety and a lot more options out there now. So that's exciting.
What about for writers who have sort of an indie bent? I mean, the spec market's never really been a great place for them, but certainly with all the media consolidation that's been going on over the past decade or so, a lot of the indies that might have been places to sell that type of material, they've all gone away. What do you guys do if you get a piece of material like that? What's the plan? Can you sell it as a spec, or is it just a writing sample?
I think for indie material, for material that isn't as commercial as you might sell to a typical studio, you typically would tend to option it rather than sell it. Indie financiers don't have the money to just plunk down $500,000 on spec script. It just doesn't work like that. So you would option it to them for 18 months, let them see if they can get a director on it. If they have financing behind them, then let them support it in that way. But you're not necessarily going to be selling really bizarre and esoteric indie material to indie producers. It's extremely hard, actually.
And to go along with that point, when you have an indie piece of material, sometimes they'll auction it and they'll package it together, or you take it internally and you find the actor, you find the director, or you go externally and find the actor or director that adds value to the project.
Excellent. All right, let's talk a little bit about pitches then. A baby writer, which means someone who's just starting out, once asked me, why do I have to write the whole script if, I read in the trades all the time that so-and-so writer, big name writer, just went in and sold a pitch. But it doesn't really work that way, does it? You kind of have to get to the point where you're allowed to go into pitch. Can you guys talk a little bit about how pitching works, who gets to do it?
Very few people get to do it.
You have to earn the respect to be able to pitch, right? People, studios, buyers, they want to make sure that you have demonstrated that you can write a movie that will get greenlit, that will go to screen. So first-time writers are almost never going to be able to pitch, right? J.J. Abrams can go in a room and pitch, oh, I have this great idea while I was sitting on the train, and they're like, great, we'll buy it, right? Judd Apatow can do exactly the same thing. But first-time writer, I have a number of younger clients, and they're like, I've written this great writing sample, why can't I go pitch it? And even then, it's tough to get the recognition and to get to the level that you need to be in order to justify setting up a pitch. You really need to have something gone to screen, have something on the air, as a TV person, really be a personality,